Hello friends, this is Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my craft room. I've been doing some shorts on reorganizing my craft room, and I'm here today to show you in more detail what I did in a rather quick fashion here. So I showed you this shelf here on top. This is like a shelf unit, repurposed shelf unit from a bunk bed. I painted it, and when I first set up my craft room a few years ago, and it's very handy. It has so much room in it to store things. So when I saw it, my husband said, "Do you want this? I'm getting rid of it." And I said yes. So anyway, it has this of course top here, and it was getting rather cluttered. I kind of had it organized, but then I kept adding and adding and adding to it, so it's getting rather cluttered. So I just rearranged things, took some things away, put them in other places, and still working on the rest of my craft room. But these are what I have here. I have these cigar boxes here with things in them, but I kind of took things out and put new things in. So I had these are journal cards, and I had them just sitting over here. If you look at my shorts, you'll see the before. I had them just sitting on this part of the shelf. So I put them all, they all fit in here. I had some over here in this basket too, one of these baskets. I took them all out and they all fit right here. I've been using them. I use them for notes for my orders and things, and in my journals, but yeah, so they're all in there. I have my washi tape also sitting lined up. The big ones, the bigger ones, let's see, the bigger ones are still on the side, but I had the bigger ones sitting here and the little ones in one of these baskets, and it was overflowing, so I had this basket somewhere else in here and emptied it and they had ephemera in it. I put the ephemera somewhere else, and so I put all my washi in here, and you can see it fits. I have room for more, but I'm not planning on buying any more. So I don't use washi a lot. So and I even took a couple out that I don't think I'll use, and getting rid of those. So I'll be donating what I decide to get rid of. And the other day I showed you the after of my buttons here, and I only had like 3 jars here. I did add 2 more jars. So trying to I'm trying to keep things together as much as possible, but sometimes there's just not room. So I have my graduated sizes of jars here, so it looks nice, and they're all just repurposed jars. So far I haven't bought anything new for this shelf. This is my Prima flowers back here, a pom-pom that I made, my little bingo thing that I use for giveaways sometimes, and some ribbon that I had just stacked up on the back here. I had just a stack, so when I would take one out, some would fall over, and or try to fall over, and it wasn't the most efficient way of storing my ribbon. And I have lots more, but this was the pile that was stacked up here. So I had this box from some coin envelopes that they fit in perfectly, so I just put it there, repurposed a box, free storage. And then I had this somewhere else in the room, this little box here with some pieces of ephemera in it, which I think I can show you. Oh yeah, I'll put these down below and on one of the shelves. And then these I had in a basket. These are all new Tim Holtz packages that I haven't opened yet. I love Tim Holtz, and when I see sometimes the prices do go down, believe it or not. If you keep an eye on Amazon, sometimes they will mark them down, and when they mark them down, I'll buy 2 or 3. So that's what this is, and so they all fit in this basket. I want to know where they are when I want to grab one. I want to be able to grab one, you know what I mean, and just kind of see them better. So they're in this old box that I think someone gave me. I think my husband found it somewhere or something. And so I thought it was really pretty, kind of shabby chic looking, just an old box. So that was free. And then just a couple little things here. My son made me this. He 3D printed it, a little chick there. And I got my flamingo. Sorry about my hand there. My little flamingo here at Dollar Tree. So moving down. See, let me show you the magic of this shelf. It has these. I haven't reorganized these yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers over here. That's why I like this shelf. It had so much storage in it, but I didn't do those yet. I did reorganize these shelves a bit, so I'll show you. This is part of my scrapbook paper and other papers that I use in my journals, as far as like ledger, graph. There's some newsprint, there's some music in here, scrapbook paper, cardstock, all that kind of stuff. But when I first set up my craft room, and probably before I set up my craft room, I saw someone show their way of storing their scrapbook paper, and I just have done it ever since because it works for me. And I know everyone's craft room is different, so you have to do what works for you. But I had this container already in my it was in my bathroom linen closet, you know. I had probably linens in it, and of course, and when I set up my craft room, I took it out of there. And what you do is put your your scrapbook paper upside down so that it's opened, you know, it opens at the top here, or any of your papers. You can see these are all pretty much upside down, except for a couple I forgot and put the other way when I put them back, but I'll fix those. But what you can do then is just flip through like this and find the scrapbook paper you want. You know, you can see what is in each scrapbook paper pad so easily. So they're upside down in here. Everything's upside down or sideways or whatever, however I can put it in here to be able to just flip through and see what's in there. And then you can see there's a little bit of room on the side, so I have some little papers tucked in here, and I have some papers tucked in here. But they're all also, well, these are kits in plastic, but some of them, if they're, you know, not in a plastic, they're also upside down or in a way that I can flip through them easily and see what's there. I have my envelope punch board here. I have two of them. The regular and the mini is right here. So those are both there. They were up on the top shelf too, in a basket I had up here. So then as we move down, this is the shelf I really reorganized. Get down here. So I did have some of these already. All the green ones I already had, and I had my labels on them and had them organized. But the rest of this stuff, let me see. I pretty much had all of this stuff on top of that shelf. All of this I had up there. So, you know, I took it all down, got some of these little, I got all these little containers at Dollar Tree, and just divided up all that stuff I had sitting up there into these little containers. I've got my labels on them, and then these little envelopes or zip, you know, pouches, I also had all of those on the top shelf. So I just, you know, I kind of went through them, made sure I want to keep everything. And, you know, I did. So I put them all right there. And let me just show you my little labels here so you can see. So when I need something, I can come over here. Grab out whatever container I need. I need to keep my little handles up. But, yeah. They're all labeled, so I can just come over here, grab what I need, take it over to my craft table, and craft away. Keep my little handles up so I can see my labels right. Yep. So, and then this was a little bit in a different configuration. I just organized it so everything is, you know, within easy reach, and I know exactly what everything is. Everything's labeled pretty much. I mean, I can see what's in here. This is kind of like ephemera, but blank ephemera, like blank postage labels, you know, vintage, other kind of tags and little notepads and things. And that's just an old box that I had. Really, I had it in my living room, and I repurposed it here for my craft room. This is an old cigar box that I have my notebook rings in. Some other little things. These I've just put in here with what is in here? Oh, these are little whale tail punches. And this is old tape that I've taken out of books. The brown tape, that's what that is. That was just sitting on top too. Those two things. And then I have an envelope over there with vintage unused seed packets. And I just left it in there because it doesn't take very much room, and I could just stick it right there. And I know what it is. So that is, I have to get back up here. That is that unit, except for on the side over here I have some baskets hanging, and I have 5 of these baskets hanging on hooks over here just to maximize my space, you know. And I do like this color in my craft room, so you'll see it a lot. But I've had these sprays also, sprays and different little bottles of things sitting on top of that shelf, that cluttered shelf. So I put those over here, and I had these bigger rolls of washi sitting on top of that shelf, and I put them over here. Now I have 3 more baskets I need to reorganize. Those I haven't done yet. They don't look that bad, but this one is really cluttered right here. I need to sort that out, especially. And then these I recently put up here. They have Tim holds them, so I could grab them and take them over to my sorry about the shadow there, but they have, that's got paper dolls, and this has other Tim Holtz ephemera in it that I can just grab these and take them over to my craft table. So I'm going to take you over to another area and show you. Just one second. Okay, so the second area I was organizing the past couple weeks, and you'll see these before and afters in my shorts. This is the area where I had a stack of papers, and I said I couldn't see what was there anymore. And it was just getting too, it was just a stack of papers. I couldn't, it was hard to figure out what was what. So I got these containers, these little file organizers from Dollar Tree, and they're a little, they don't have them at all of my, they had them at one of my Dollar Trees that you know how Dollar Trees are everywhere. They are here anyway. So I have so many Dollar Trees I can go to, but they only had these at one of them. I don't know if they haven't put them out yet or what, but I would like a couple. See how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, all the way up to the next shelf up there, and I only have 4 here. I would like a few more of that color to stack on top of there. Would be nice, but I don't know if I'll find them. I'm keeping my eye out, but I haven't found them yet. But when I got these, I got all of this color that I had. Now I can get another color, but I kind of wanted the same color, so we'll see what happens. And this is like file organizers that I already had that were all free. These were all free, all these black ones. They were from an office that didn't want them anymore, and they were just getting rid of them. So these are legal size here. These are, letter size, and there you can see that the paper comes out this way, and then they're long ways that way. These so you can see the paper comes out the side kind of. But anyway, I can come in here now and pretty much grab whatever papers I want, or like say, oh, I forget what is in this slot. I can just grab that little bunch out and say, oh, let me look through here, type of thing. I don't have a whole stack all the way up here of solid papers that I can't get to, you know what I mean, and figure out what's there. And it's too hard to get anything out. Back there I have some file folders just in an expanding file. They're just, I can grab something out of there if I need it. I do have a little ladder in here, a little step ladder if I want to, if I can't reach something. So, and then that's one part of the shelf, and then it goes around to the back wall of my closet. So here's some more. Let me get down off the ladder. Some more black, letter type file organizers. And this is an expanding file. Let me move this little thing here, see if it's hanging down from the shelf on top that I still need to reorganize. So this is a expanding file here that I have more file folders. I repurpose file folders from my office. I just bring them home, and I'm sticking them in these expanding file folder things that you can just put a bunch of stuff in. So that's all file folders. I think there's some, let's see, let me get back up on my, what is this? Oh yeah, that's coffee dye file folders. There's just all different colors of file folders. And then this right here, this is an extra paper cutter. This is actually one I had from when I used to do scrapbooking back in 2006 or so, around there. And it's just an extra one that, I had from that. I never use it, but it's there in case I need it. I don't think you can have too many paper cutters. You never know when your paper cutter is going to stop working, right? You have an emergency paper cutter situation. So anyway, here's pretty much this shelf. See, all of these papers are from just miscellaneous papers that I've found at thrift stores and things like that. There's some paper that people have sent me in Happy Meal. So these are papers that I've dyed. So these are all my dyed papers. So I keep them, you know, they're by color, and there's room there to add more when I dye more, but I don't want to put anything else. Like, say this one doesn't have very much in there, but when I make more, there will be more in there, right? So then go to the next section, more dyed papers that I've dyed, all these papers. See, this used to be a lot higher, but I've used a lot. So this is my coffee dyed paper. For me, I have my coffee dyed paper that I sell in the other room, and this is coffee dyed music paper. So, okay, on over to the corner, and we're going to round the corner here. I just finished this section, so I have a couple things here, my spirograph, and just this little scrapbooking calendar that I found at it. No, I actually got that one as a gift when I was scrapbooking. Other people I've seen haul it, and they have the same thing, and they've got it at thrift stores. And a little, I didn't want this to get lost. These are some little papers that I coffee dyed, and I'm like, where am I going to put these? I put them right there, because if I put them anywhere else, they're going to get lost. So maybe if I put them there, I'll use them. And then these are other dyed papers. So up there is those are the papers I put underneath my tie-dye when I did t-shirts with my niece and nephew. And they're the spillage. Most of those are the spillage. And there's some jelly print papers up there too. So I need to cut those up and use those in my journals. The next page, next shelf, those are papers that I've experimented on and made into pages. So I needed to just take that whole thing out and use it in a journal one time, you know what I mean? So like some of these could get emptied and I could just put other things there. That's coffee dyed ledger paper, that's Astro Bright's coffee dyed, and then that's other miscellaneous papers down there. Let me see. Oh yeah, all kind of miscellaneous papers. That, oh, those are all coffee dyed papers is what they are. All different kinds of coffee dyed papers, like book pages and ledger paper, and just all kind of different coffee dyed papers that I can grab. Okay, so we're going to round the corner. So I found this, see this little shelf here? It was, someone was using it, not in my house, but someone was using it as like a monitor stand, like, you know, you want to raise up your monitor on your desk. So they were getting rid of it, so they gave it to me. So that was free. And so I thought, well, that was perfect for this shelf. When I found it, I was like, oh my goodness, because I was already reorganizing this, and I was trying to put a box there that was about this shape. And this is so much stronger because it's wood. So I was able to put that there. And I put all these sewing patterns in here. I had them crammed back into the corner. If you look at my shorts, you'll see the before. So all these sewing patterns fit under there. And there's some over here too. And this is not all of my sewing patterns, but these are the ones I had on this shelf that were crammed back into that corner. Some were falling over, and they were in back of other stuff, and it was hard to get to them. So now I can just be like, take a stack out and flip through them and see if I want one, you know, find one that I want, if I want to use one of these. And then then I was able to put things on top of here that were on this shelf, kind of stacked up, and, you know, kind of, you know, not exactly easy to get to, but this is, you know, you can see what this is. Dot matrix printer cards from a thrift store. This is my label maker tape is in this box. This is some envelopes and cards, and this is all music here that I've picked up at thrift stores, all music books. So that is that shelf. Oh, let me show you one more thing. Yeah, I got time here. As I was cleaning off this shelf and just noticing things around, I put things, and as I've been finishing projects too, I started putting things in these kind of whatever I have, type of Ziploc bags or whatever. So like my retro binder that I just finished, I want to make another one or something similar at least. So I put everything that was in my basket as I was working on that project, everything left, I put into this. This is a big Ziploc bag that I think this is one of the ones I got from Dollar Tree. You can get I think it's 5 in a box of these very large Ziploc bags, and then I hung it on a skirt hanger here on this, and you can see it fits right here beside this tote here. Okay, and then I have some more over here. So I've been this is Valentine stuff that I have had in this little pouch forever, and it was laying down on something on the on top of something I have on the floor here. So I hung that up there. This is strawberry things I've been collecting in here, and that was also in that stack. So one day strawberry journal will be made. And this is oh, this is some Easter bunny type stuff or bunny type stuff that I had collected in a box that was taking up a lot more room over on my shelf that I just showed you. This was in a box on the bottom shelf that I showed you, where I had the other things that I showed you. Anyway, you look back and you'll see what I'm talking about. But this was in a box taking up a lot more room, and now it's just in this Ziploc bag. This Ziploc bag I picked up at a thrift store. I found a bunch of these big ones one day, and I just picked them up because they were really cheap. And this is an envelope, one of those snap envelopes from Dollar Tree. And in here, this was in another box. So these were taking up so much room because they're in boxes that were like 2 or so inches high. So picture that over on that shelf, just taking up all that room, kind of good sized boxes. Like 2 inches deep by say 10 by 8, something like that. So taking up so much more room over on that shelf. So I put them in this bag. This is a bee themed bag. So if I want to make a bee journal, I have all my bee stuff in here. You know, I have everything in here, whatever I had to do with bees. There's some buttons and stickers, and so everything I collected for bees, you know, same with the strawberries and all of this. I have little strawberry buttons in here. So everything for strawberries. So that's where I am so far. I will show you this because I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. But this is the other tote where I keep my scrapbook paper here in my closet. It's on a shelf here, which I will show you later. But also it's all upside down, so I can just flip through it like that if you're looking for ideas on how to store your scrapbook paper. There's lots and lots of different ideas, but this, I'm telling you, I mean, unless you have individual drawers to put them in, or small shelves where you can get them out really easy, this has been just, you know, ever since I set up my craft room, like I said, it's just been awesome to come in here and flip and grab out whatever I need. You know what I mean? Just flip through it like that and find it so quickly. There's more down here, all my scrapbook paper. You know, you just flip through it and think, oh yeah, I want this one. This one has that, you know, type of thing. It's just been so easy. So anyway, that's it for today. I have more to show you later, but I hope you enjoyed today's ideas. And you know, like I said, everybody's craft room is not the same, but you can pick and choose the ideas that might work for you. So always nice to get ideas from other people. And I do love also watching organizing videos, because I certainly do get ideas also. So thank you for watching today. I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.